Welcome to this ODUA UDP training video on basic plate mechanics.
Really big picture. All right, so depending on whether you have a right or left-handed batter will determine on what side you stand on. You always stand on what side the batter is, okay? We're gonna throw a lot of terminology out here. We're gonna try and make this as simple as possible. You're gonna stand back here in a somewhat athletic position, okay? So your feet are gonna be a little beyond shoulder width, and you are going to simply squat like you're sitting on a bucket.
In this illustration, we see the slot is the area between the hitter and the plate.
This is called the slot.
In this illustration, we see an overhead view of the slot. Again, notice that the umpire's head is between the plate and where the batter would be. In the next two illustrations, we'll see the importance of being in the slot so that we'll be able to see the pitch as it crosses through the strike zone. In the illustration above, you can see if the umpire is directly behind the catcher or even over to the catcher's right, that is away from the hitter, the umpire does not have a clean line to look through to see the plate. In the picture on the right, where he's in the slot, we can see the umpire has a direct sight line to the strike zone.
Okay? You need to be not square to the pitcher. You need to be on a little bit of an angle. Okay? When you get in this position and the pitcher takes his ready to pitch position and then comes set, you're going to come set. Begins his windup, okay? Which means you're then going to go to a hands on knees kind of set. Just look a little bit like this.
Just take a step.
You're going to look through the strike zone, and you're going to take your eyes and you're going to look at the pitcher. So it'll look a little bit like this.
I'm the pitcher. Come on, go ahead.
That's the most basic thing you can talk about. Okay? Now we're going to do the other side. Okay? The other side's the same way. Okay?
Or go in there and be a hitter for me quick. Yeah, just.
Right? You're going to get a spot in between the batter and the catcher. Athletic position, you're on a little bit of an angle, not square. Right? When the pitcher comes set, starts his windup, you're going to come set. Follow it with your eyes.
Let's talk about the last aspect of the plate stance, and that's the head height. It's a little bit hard to see in those live videos because we don't typically see catchers sitting on top of stands. So in this picture, we see that the head height of the umpire should be, his chin should be approximately at the top of the catcher's head. And the reason for that is so that he can have a good sight line to the strike zone, especially the strike zone that would be away from the hitter. In the next illustration, we see the importance of the head height. The umpire on the left-hand side of the illustration, his head height is too low, and you can see that his eyes are trying to look through the catcher's head and the outside part of the plate is obscured. The umpire on the right-hand side has proper head height, and you can see now that the outside corner of the plate is not obscured. This illustration gives us the importance of making sure that when we get into our athletic squat position, that our chin does not get lower than the top of the catcher's head.
They're calling the pitch play. Okay? When you get into your locked in position, right? You're squatted down, hands on knees set position. You're going to follow the baseball from as close to the catcher's hand, from the pitcher's hand you can get, all the way until the catcher catches the baseball. Okay? You're simply going to follow
Here we
with
see
your eyes.
the plate umpire
Turn your head,
doing a
you're
drill
not gonna
to
chase it, you're
move
simply
his
gonna
eyes.
follow
So
with
if you
your
watch
eyes.
closely in the video, you'll see that the ball is being soft tossed to the catcher and he's tracking the pitch only with his eyes. This is a really easy drill to perform. He's not in his stance, but this just demonstrates how to track the pitch with your eyes.
Get you a stress ball or cone. A little foam stress balls. Knock it up, sit back, knock it off the wall. Let it, and don't throw it in different places and let it go different places. Watch it with your eyes and move your hand and go get it.
Get your wadded up sock.
Same thing.
Lay on the bed. Don't ever move your head.
Yep.
And then you drop it, put yourself in the face.
That's why I use the sock.
Or stress ball.
This will be one of the hardest things you ever do in your life, more or less umpiring, okay? Because we want your body and your head to point in this direction. You want your eyes to point here, and with only your eyes, follow a moving target through an imaginary box until the catcher catches it, and then decide whether or not the pitch is a strike or a ball, okay? If you can successfully track the pitch, we can teach. I care about tracking in a very neutral body position. Okay?
Today.
Today. Okay? A couple things to go over. Okay? Athletic, right? This is athletic because from here, all my weight is centered. My skeletal structure is holding all of my body, all of my weight. This is not athletic, right? This looks horrible, right?
And it hurts.
Back bent way too far over, head craned up. You're never gonna be able to stay in that position very long, right? I can sit like this for a very long time, okay? Because it's using all the big muscle groups in your body. That's what builds consistency, okay?
Thank you for watching this ODUA UDP training video on plate work. And as always, remember to umpire your responsibilities in order.